Thank you, Alan. Heaps of refuse left unattended in parts of Accra are posing serious health risks in the community. As you can see, this is Alajo, and the waste which is accumulated over the weekend is emitting foul smell and attracting flies, creating unhealthy environment in some parts of the community. In front of each house, we have refuse piled in front of the house, and this, when it rains again, the refuse piled can enter back into the storm drain, as you can see. I have with me here some of the residents who are going to tell us more about the situation here.
Said the mechanic, yes, let's say AM4 and Emra, Nanko Boy, Nanka, Murana, Wabon, as I be Guasino, or Mebuan Commerce Samay, Sisi Gosi, and Tontomonqua, Tremensa. And Tontomari, Hunina, Nina say, Yenipa corner, so I say, Corella, Yateno, Alajo Clinic, or the host is here, Mimami, on Seni Yakrani, the ye, Tiesra by now, some more, no more messages and Boran and Yede, and more than me, Bolano, more messages and my Yawasi, who MPBA, who MCBA, Tiesrama, Ye Buamon, Mome Buana Mosabora, I don't mean Ukrainian, I said, your own quaint quantity, but to be, Moses Bolan and Yede, and my Indian swing on Toyaka.
Yes, Mammy, I say of hospital.
Ah,
Beneto.
and some see and so antimedium yam shame. Men and I'm Crawford, so. And so nay, rime. Ye near me, na sent to my rime, phenomenon, Sebi. Mequadala Clinic, make a dear bubro, Tiesra by Mamma by Monichi, a ball and Mombasa Samaye. Now by Beshay, yes, Ramo, Muhuya Mobo. Why, Madame Roma? Yes, Rama.
I have with me another Mammy Macho.
So now you mean a many nonsense. This friends may be saying. Some best of all, and so my career. Many nonsense. After a seminar, ministry.
I didn't see any dear. In fact, you lost your Japade Bebre, you lost your Japade Bebre. Now, Metumia say the whole greater Accra Hano, Alajo Central, Yenny the most affected pa, I think so free here than Aveno. Yes. So I will urge the president, any NGOs, any Ankrankra, Ibrahim Mahama, His Excellency, so Obetumia Bebuaya, especially Bola Nedia, Maka was some team person may be brave. But what I can say is MC and MP, and I do yenda. What's the Sabola and free when I did but enough for Frasnia Bego. And yen nipanem from so because I didn't what them I say. Inti ye try say be main road no so nyina say be traffic ni from me say me na they can testify say we ye adwuma as at 3 days today 2 o'clock 1 o'clock na near Sabola or junction ho enra ye be say go Pentecost so say by track ne ko ba ko a e konsan wo machi ye fro ba bi ukọ photo bi a e ho kwan so na e wo car ne be ko ba ko be ba no na ade aso mo 6 hours so say aban ne betuma ba na say individuals betumi aboa e the tax ni be abeboa the municipal no ana say MP no say be ya ye betumi lodu be ye lodu be 8 sesi a bole ye wa ha nyina besa but ye lodu ba ko pa e be ko e be ba no na ade achi okonso okodi kill so be ye bia be 50 so toss be 50 ye be offload na obeba no na ade asa nti enye ha e na bola na e wa ha no Alaju Central ha de ukọ cinema Sun Cinema e den ye bubu bola egu ono enya sem ketwa nti ye be sra ban no say yes ye pe leaves ni bola ne de sesi a mattress ni nnuane ni ade NGOs ni ada Ibrahim Ahmad te say de America no Alaju Central oba Polo Park ana say Asotef na wa na Alaju Asotef e ho ne gina ye kasai opposite mosque gata no pen ye wo no e dan ni kios ni no manyina asai nti ye besre ankrankra ni aban ni obia once aban ni MC ni yo mafa mu de no ye besre nso say ankrankra ni obia nso betumi adan abamu bi ababeboa because me gina him mata de ka beka se ma hye kwat na me de yefi enye se ma hye da na me yo nya me eka me ho no anu nie ni aka me ho no na me de ye nya me de ye nti ye besra ban ni se baby bi omo obia ni ankrankra ni obia bia so mbebo ba MC ni MP do omo mma baby ye gina particular ba within gata so bridge so omo ba be gina omo yam abo me sesa pa bola be 2 times or 3 times enya hanko aye ko baby bebre ni epese clear main road so say be traffic before then we can enter all the corners no enu nti na bia binum ka se bi omo hu no ha but adwuma de asatanura 10 o'clock near o cinema Sun Cinema Sabola.
So this is the state of the Alaju environs. As you can see, the place is still filled with refuse and debris from the flooding, and you can see a lot of them are having issues with handling of the rubbish. So I have with me here another resident who wants to also speak about the situation. Mama, Macho, your first thing.
Your friend me Hannetu.
Macho, bet me so I catch your problem.
Mpacho. Emi say nsuo ni 30 ye no 1 week pepepe ni. De ha me na ye baller no. Uko inside say ya. Baller nko a. Machine ba se sakwan no ho na eja inside no. Nsuo ni so ha ye bebre. Nti ye sra nkrofo say sisi a no just omo boa. Obi owo moa bia. Alajo ha de hia moa bebre. Because enkoye kra ye bibia sei. Efio shop o bibia sei nti ne hia nkrofo so ombe boa yen ntade aduane bebi nkrofo be da kra sisi anya asem keto akra edu anadwo kra obi ntimi nda ne dem nti ye hia moa bebre frinye nkrofo nkra aban na nkasa kra ye hia moa pa
nti omkacha o se ombe sisa wo kwan no wa ba wo beside identity na ombra mumu honum
me pa twan the last time ana Mr. Bola na dos bebre na ebigu kwan no nti omo sesa kwan no ho de na inside head ye de omo man na yebusa omo so ombeba sisi a abobo ya na nkrofo egusu di sesa omo de sisi abobo ya na omo ko sesa free inside ho a jansin su na omo de abegu aha nso so na ye kwan ebinum nso sesa de konso a 6 million abobo ya ba akono 600 cedi na omo je nti yesre Bola ni de hia yen na aban no nso ntwa nani no mbehwe yen na nye enkoyie kra eno ani ye problem no yesra
almost is no with 600 why no mo dey ma
Bola for ni na agi enye aban cars na esesa no because egunipa nani ma ha no Bola ni doso eno nso de yale afoforo besan ba enti no ha mo no mo sesa o ma ade a na o mo chiaka abobo mo sesa Bola abobo ya afo no mo sesa abobo ya ba ko 600 cedi enti ya ye niska na ebe sesa ne de ebi na gu hoyi na egu ho ebi ni wo da wa ahwe ebi ayeti ni ahai won ho enye ize sa ubra inside say ya enya asem ketwa ebe san bran ya le aka ho
enti se nsuo tobium
de yenim de ebesi because say form no kra nsuo ni nwienwie ye enti se nsuo sa tobium de a yenim de ebesi enu a ne hiom do mesesa Bola no omu wiom ma yen bibi ndi no ma yen bibi e keta e beda so enu na hia yen
but se you see not more start say or ma relief items unsa account dey
me ba cho omu bra yen hwe wa ha aha no obi anad mo obi amba ha mbe ma obi ahwe
omo mo dey ma MC ni member of parliament
Debi nad mo fom ba ha de minim ni say enu de mi ntwa ntro e wo Alajodocbenny ha MP no mi ntwa ntro emfa nto no so obra yen mattress kakra emu kakra eburo kakra obra yen rubber bowl obra yen blanket and de mi obra yen mosquito net mi ntwa ntro nto won aboro so
enu na fi nad
bazu na yenim ono ne yenim say wo de bai nti de wo ho no
macho me da ase
Mpacho me din di favor.
macho wet ma kache o say Bola no kum I didn't say what
Ensuo no to wie no eniama na ase no obi eyi a no de aba abonten ompese be wo dem nti Bola ne de omo hwe no mbe yi man ekunye wa ha papa nti yesra ban yesra ye mpanifo no na hia ye kane bibia beba embe ekire ba ye Bola na ne ade ehia ye kane pa yesra yen omo be sesa Bola no man na ekunye wo ekuro yi mu eno na ye ade ehia kane ansa na bibia edi ekire bi ambra
I didn't know kasa
bibi edi ekire bia ye mfa anya hwe ye Bola na be ma ya ahoden ye nsuo nyama we nyina ebien from abese akoye ndem ebe ma ye koila no kra na yesuro eba nkola wom echi nkola na ebe ha ya adwen nti yesere ye mpanifo no mo hwe no mo nya hu bibi ma ye eno a na hia ye.
So this is how serious the situation is. Even in front of a community clinic, we still have this refuse gathered here. I have with me the director of the Alajodocbenny community clinic in person of Mr. Maswell, who is going to tell us the current situation faced by the facility. Sir, please, you are welcome to Real Time. And please, you tell us your full name.
My full name is Maxwell Kuma, the director of the facility, Alajo Community Clinic.
Can you tell us before the incident, during the rains, how was it like, and currently after the rains?
Honestly, this is our first experience. It started dawn from 4 a.m. to around 8 a.m. that way, when we started hearing there are floods all over the area. And before we realized that got into this place. So we thought, because we've not been experiencing it, we think, oh, it's just something normal. But lo and behold, before we realized, it's still coming up. So one nurse just goes, so the thing is becoming serious. So we try to raise our things upward. So in the process of trying to raise it, it starts, the pressure become more. So we have nothing to do than to lock up the place and then walk out. And yeah.
So currently, as you can see, we have people heaping refuse in front of the facility. What do you have to say about that?
Honestly, it's not good at all. We've called for help, NADMO and then the assemblyman and then the MP here. We heard they've started collecting some, but they've still not gotten here. We keep calling, but nobody comes around, which is very, very, very bad, especially in the front of the clinic. Can also create, with a lot of foul air. Even when you get to the entry, you can even smell it. So that's also another situation that we are facing here.
Okay, let's talk about the implication of when these things are kept for a long time. What is going to...
These airborne diseases, cholera, diarrhea and vomiting, and then other airborne diseases that will be affected. Even we ourselves, we are not safe. So that's why we need the help of the MP and the assembly member to help us collect this garbage from.
But have you heard from the assembly member?
No, I've not heard from him.
But have you tried engaging?
We try engaging him, but no avail. We go, nobody, no response. At times you go to them, they say he's not around. At times they will tell you he's in a different area. You go there to even see him. So.
But have you started recording some maybe cholera or something?
Yes. Ever saving when the incident happened, the next day, people start clocking in with diarrhea and vomiting. Okay. Some we have to refer, and others too we have to attend to them.
How many numbers can you give?
Oh, the numbers, Tuesday, Wednesday, our beds are full. They were full in numbers. So we have our 8 beds. The beds are full, and people still come. They are still all coming with diarrhea and vomiting especially.
Okay, so your last words to the people living in the community about how to keep themselves safe?
Honestly, we have to be very cautious, especially handling these debris and stuff, washing our hands very well, making sure there is no dirt stuck in our fingers and stuff. Anytime we come into contact with food, we should wash our hands very well to get rid of this diarrhea and vomiting cases. We should be very careful about the biting of mosquitoes. So if the garbage heaping here too is breeding more mosquito. And all the tests we run are positive, malaria positive. So we have to be very cautious the way we handle our things and food as well.
Thank you so much, sir. So that was the director of the Alajo Community Clinic, and he's calling on government to attend to their aid. And we will move on to other places to find out more about the current situation happening at Alajo.
Your friend Osnak.
So what's my catch the Isiwa?
I'm saying, near see there will be any near see. Yeah, Alajo for no, you walk home pa. Ubi or TBB and near Coso Alajo. And maybe I seen a band, sir, young man for the boy. We bet to make in the fear about the boy who fear. But they say there will be a fear and disaster. And I sra binus MPS assemblyman omo Alajo. Yes, Romo Palmer share ball because they say a ball and aqua baby to say. Obi a yin in them or any them. Yanya baby and film. Obi didn't the Babanajo, Obi didn't me no casses is here. Mimi fear me teams this year. Obi yin the ball as is here. If I need the call. I just want you na tia pamucho slap ben. I feel no chino Eddie Arena and Colana Ofin no be ayari. Obia yari ebedu an obia omobawa oboho omof awarding obodom tie sra ban no sre MPs NMC T3MC or Central Ayawa so yes ro mo pa ombehwa Alajo omonim constituency ni into pamcho say na ya to aban ne mom no mu wi no mu gina sa eno so o ma mehwe ye gusu sro mo bola na wi de bi obefa ya bia e bola obi ayi ni dem niema obi ayi ni dem niema
omo mba besisa
ya omo ba ma be yibi but still e bi wala ajo still unam alajo no fa oba alajo center oba sisia e the market side there is no car bia won to say e bia me bia me wo astrotef no alajo park astrotef no na me ben ye hu bibia chese bibi ba be yi bibi ho no bola no da so e ho sa ye sra ban e sra ye mp ni mc ye da so sra mo alajo o be hwe ye adisreb ba ko a me disra ban no ye do mo pa ye ni so mo ho adwin papa ni o mo bo mo modern nya alajo nko bebia Balaju, obi anim say de na west. Yesrom, kakra metumi aka no no. Yo me da mase pa.
So we are moving on to another person. Macho your first.
Oh, your friend Odoya. Me wa Alaju ha ya. Ya ye bola go more than a week ni. On be sisa kakra no moja. Bola na sum ha bebre no. Nti ama ye kan say inframa e bo fan. Ama yare kra tia sikro ni nti. Yesre assemble no mume sise nwura ne man because ma sise bi but bebre ne gu krom ukọ ha ball egu ukọ park no so a ball egu ukọ gota na chi a ball anko an ti kro ni nyina da ne ball ti yesre assemble no enu ti na dey drip machines ni ba e so mbe sisa so still nyamagu a ti yesre omo a ya appeal to the government no omo mra aid because ye bre yesre mo
me ba je frɛ me Sherifa gata kese na eyiri ye no mo de mo mfa no bolanko a anso ni to ni na besan kogu gata no mu biem wo amudo mo mbo ya bola no mo sesa mayen keke ye niska we so eda wo mo beka so mefa 600 cedis ye niska ye nyama nyina asai ye dwenkwan befa so ebe ye djuma no ye san besesa bola nti ye srom bola ne de mo besesa mayen nu na hia yen nti manu esi
Mashamidas.
Ye niema ya baby ebeda ade sa fom nyunyunyu ye pe blanket ebeda so ana mattress titipo ebeda so hwe niema ye de breye ye de kofa ba ye endu 2 days po enso na se ni nyina niema iko sika de koyi pot po de ba ye enye sika ketua wo ye pe kakra ye de be start dwetre we de ase ye ntimi nton ma obia aban ma ye kakra na emfa ye start dwetre wo baby e beda fom nyunyunyu ye nyina ade sa ye koda wo baabi ade cha na ya san ba fi ye nyamwa ye pa mo tro wate mo boa ye nyina ye ka ban no ho wo ye srem ye pe baby e beda esika kakra de be start adwuma biu wo hwe anem egu enye sika ketwa o ton ama hwan wo ye sra ban o moa ye baby e beda ni jetre kakra bi o mo sa wo bi no o mo ntwa ye ni hwa alajufo na ye bre why yetina opodie kurupot ebe nu aduane kran so de ko ye ma esu ye mpenifo no so ye esu ade sa ye ntimi ndada mu fo nyunyunyu yi so okoda baabi ade cha na wasa abeto an wadwuma so enti ehia mo omo nsam wo bi omo mo aye na ye bre wala ajupa ye da mo ase
Mo fa tacho with
acho memuna
Ofa wa no care wo bola isani ina chineje efe agie ni bi efe
aba je bola no me bi ayi papa na enwan tuchi ana le ba je bola bi efe bola ayi le ba je wo be mp Alaju
ma wo ke ni be
wo be mp Alaju mokomoko ba ko bi mp ko ba ko bi mo ni wala ka ko mp Alaju esi erin wo no wo suele e wo le ye nko e ba lo wo bola wo papa na enwan tuchi atene nya chasi ana na sia no ne papa lele ba fefe lo bola ni yo ira na fe nye ana ba spray sia ji ni yo bi efe ana ba spray me na we ka doctor ba ne ba kwawo e ka Islamic clinic doctor ba ka ba kwawo titen eta wo be noko no mp ko ya Alaju bi no la sa no kwa le ko meni mokomoko ba ko bi mp ko ba ko bi wole mokomoko mp ko ya bi mo ni wole erin ebe esi we eye hu kwen la ka ye Ghana nkwa ba bia omo ni ebese no ehie baba ewo wasane efen ji no eta
so thank you over adon
Esani assemblyman amejekpo MPRNJ won to onale Saneba, oh, boy, te bin ni bi alete. Oh, engo na kenyeba. Oh, was an efene. Bago on lolo ni bi come. No one fefe ni bi no watch na no. Chunji efe ejula. Chunji efe ejula. Oh, bago na block. Washka jeti woni bi fete. Oh, ni bi efe bago on sa wo je ni bi come. No watch bi ehun. Bata je fe ekumo. Wonto ni lole abane balo she MPS ani ewa of you. Wona le kura wole money poji MPS. She campaign le ba bi o fe campaign pi. Le ba o fe campaign wa she agbele na no. Ba fe ni ne ono fe no FT. Wona enu o ba campo ona. No ni ya o mi ne.
Ofanrado. So this is what the residents are saying. They are calling on the MP to come to their aid. As you can see, they have a lot of refuse here. He mentioned that there's one gentleman who has been helping them in the community, fumigating the area and clearing the places. This is the man who they were talking about. They are saying that the man from the tall story building here has helped them clear the place. That's why you can't see the refuse in this particular area, because the man has fumigated and cleared the place. So we'll be moving on and we'll be speaking to more people as we go on. I have with me here the MC of Ayawaso Central in the person of
Rudolph Collingwood Williams.
So sir, please, can you tell us the current situation here? We've realized that there are lots of heaps of refuse in front of many homes in this particular municipality. Can you give us an highlight or throw light into what you are doing to make sure that this is mitigated?
Thank you, my brother. As you can see and as you have witnessed, with the filth, it's not been easy. Behind me, there is a tipper. Here too, you can see there's another tipper. We are doing our best to make sure that we evacuate the filth on time. As we keep collecting, people keep bringing, and you can't blame them because they cannot also collect all at a go. So we collect, they come and dump, we still have to come and collect. So in a nutshell, within the municipal, we've collected enough, but we are still collecting, and we are not resting until the last filth has been collected from the municipal. So that is the challenge we have now.
So where are we sending this debris
to? Most often they are going to Adipa or Nsaom. We used to go to Kaswa, but the distance and the traffic, so the time that we are supposed to be working, we are stuck in traffic. But Adipa too, we are getting some challenge there, and thankfully and hopefully today we are dumping. Yesterday, our trucks were there. They've been working round the clock. And I'll use your medium to also thank them that they've not also rested since we started this thing. But I think yesterday they had it a tough time there. So they said, well, we should allow them to rest. So our trucks, together with the field, must sleep at the dump site. We had about 5 trucks, which also brought our operations to a halt because we couldn't do the work since the trucks are not coming back. So that is the challenge we are having. It's a huge challenge, but well, we are managing it. So far, so good.
Okay. So as you can see, we have one of the disturbing problems facing them currently. You have the storm drain just in front of some houses, and they bring the refuse just close to the storm drain. What are you doing as a municipal assembly to help? The next rain can just pull everything down and you just go back to zero. What are you doing about that as well?
Exactly. I'm grateful for this question. If you look at the affected areas, most were at the drain side. So they received most of the impact. So with them, and their population too is not something small, we advised that almost all of them should try and bring it to the roadside to also make it easier for collection. When you cast your eye through this side, you can see for a payloader to even get there, for a tipper to get there, it's going to be another challenge for us. But well, they have dumped it there. We must find ways and means to let the tipper collect it. Yeah. So with the rains, if you can see, when you go to the same cinema side or you go to the other side of the drain, we are doing our best to make sure that we collect all the filth along the drains first. But within the communities too, when you cast your eye just around here, you can see people have dumped to the extent of even blocking the street. We must as well clear that to make sure there is free flow of traffic. So it's not easy, but we're talking to them that look, they should cooperate with us. They should manage the spaces so that when we also come to do collection, we would also not delay in terms of the collection. But when they don't dump it well and we come, it will take quite time for us to collect. Because as you can see here, when we are to bring the backhoe, we are definitely going to touch some houses there. And they are not ready for us to touch them. So they should also assist to make sure that at least they can bring it to a place whereby collection will be also easier for us. But when they dump it there and we need to create way to dump, we will demolish to collect the filth, as you said, so that when it rains, it doesn't get back to the drains again.
Okay, so you mentioned earlier that you are supposed to move the debris to the main street. I spoke to some of them. They mentioned that they pay as much as 600 cedis to even use a truck to move their own debris to the street. And what do you have to say about that?
And they are paying the 600 to who?
The truck collectors.
Which truck collectors?
We saw one truck. It's a tricycle taking debris from homes to the main street.
For that one, picking from homes to main street, I don't think someone is supposed to collect any money for that, because what we told them is that once the tricycle has taken it, they should take it away. Why should it come and dump again? You get the logic. If I've paid a tricycle 600 good cedis to pick my refuse, why should he come and dump on the street? Then that means it's a double work. Because once you have picked, you should take it to wherever you want to send it. But if you pick and you come and dump here and collect 600 cedis, I mean, it doesn't make sense, my brother. So I don't think anyone is paying that amount for that kind of filth to be collected. But then it's best you give it to the backhoe to collect it and dump it in the tipper. But you know, in this,
what do you have to?
In this instance that we find ourselves in, people think it's a joke. Some people want to politicize the thing to make it as if the assembly is not working, the MC is not working, or the MP is not working. For me, it doesn't move or push me, because I will not spend 600 for Aboboya to pick from my house here and come and dump on the street. Why don't I know what to use my money for? But some people want to, like I said, politicize the whole thing. But when water comes, it doesn't know political color. It doesn't know white, it doesn't know black. All of us will suffer for it. So our advice, households or homes should all assist so that we all do the right thing and make sure that on time we're able to collect these fields. But if you pay 600 for an Aboboya driver the whole day, how much sales does he make? But to collect field from here, cross the street and come and dump here, and I'll pay 600 cedis. My brother, you will not do that. My brother here will not do that. Myself, I will not do it. 600 cedis. If it is 60 cedis, fine. But if you tell me 600 cedis, I mean, it's unheard of.
So, what would you say about, if it's true that people are doing that, what would you say about that?
Well, I'll tell them that they should bring the Aboboya drivers to our notice. Who arrest them? Who arrest them? Because I know some households whom, after collecting their refuse, they gave it to Aboboya drivers to take it away, and they paid them. Not to come and dump by the street side, but to take it away. So they paid. Some said they pay 100, some said 80, some said 200, just to assist the assembly. So that is their own contribution to make sure that we evacuate the filth from their area or from their homes. Yes. So if anybody is paying an Aboboya 600 or that amount, please, they should bring the person to the assembly. The Aboboya, most of them, we've registered them with the assembly. So when they write the number and they come, we'll get to know who is doing that.
So lastly, let's talk about the health risk. We just visited the Alajo community clinic. just in front of the clinic, we saw huge fields and debris just in front of, and I spoke to the director. He mentioned that he has tried his possible best to speak to community members and call on authorities, but he has not heard of anything. And this is a central place. I also spoke to him. He mentioned that there is a cholera outbreak as well. They are recording serious numbers. What do you have to say about the health risk? How are you going to mitigate it?
Well, thank you. I think that is also one of our challenge as we speak now. When it comes to health, I mean, the impact of this thing, you know, that's the thing it comes up with. Cholera and this diarrhea and co. But trust me, unless it hasn't come to my notice, but if it has, we would have taken steps towards it, because we are making announcements when it comes to health, so that things that have gotten contaminated with the filth or with the rain shouldn't be reused in terms of what goes into our system, in terms of food or drinks. So these awareness have been made. When it comes to his place that you said you've recorded, or he says they are getting that number of cases reported, so far that hasn't come to the notice of the assembly. Because we were there, we are still there working. So I believe if there is, they should bring it to the attention of the assembly or municipal. Then we also know how best together we can address these issues. But people might be going there on their normal health issues or any other thing. And as you enter there, you know it's a small place. So people will be coming with their own health hazards, since maybe they've been deprived of certain cheap compounds or small health facilities within the Alajo enclave. Everybody will go there. And I think they also suffered some challenge there. But thankfully, they are working. So we'll be grateful and appreciate it much more if they also keep us informed. Because we work together with the Municipal Health Directorate. And the director has not given us such concerns or raised such issues. So you are now telling me that this is what they are saying there. But if there is, they should liaise with the Municipal Health Directorate so that the Assembly will know what to do on that. So I believe, while I cannot say it's a false news, or maybe he is yet to now liaise with the Health Director for us to also be informed.
So lastly, your advice to inpatient, let's say, residents, what do you have to tell them?
For me, I'll use your medium to advise patients or inpatients there that first of all, they should calm down. When something of such nature happens, it's not a man-made something. It's a natural disaster that has happened. We have all been hit one way or the other. If you have not been touched, your family member may have been touched, your friend may have been touched. But excuse me to say, blames and trying to shift blame and trying to, put the challenge on somebody, or for trying to say somebody is not doing his or her work, that is not the way to go. Because this is a community something. I wish and believe that even by now, those people who have abobo yas within the municipal, they should be helping. But everybody is sitting watching assembly, praying that NGOs will come, praying that people will come from outside to come and help. But at the end of the day, we are here suffering. So let us all come on board so that we help. And once again, I would like to educate the community that, look, when it comes to sanitation, when it comes to cleanup exercises, let's get involved. What will it take from you? Is your own community assembly is coming to clean or work there? It's best you assist, or it's best you also help, so that you take charge of your health. But if you leave everything for assembly, the work cannot be done by assembly alone. Assuming assembly, we have come here with a staff of 20 or 30. Look at the huge electoral area. How many areas or drains can we cover? But when people come out that we want to help, it will help the community to also widen the cleanup exercise. At the end of the day, we will have some positive impact. So for me, this is the main drive, and we will tell them that, look, they should calm down. We are working, we've never slept since this thing happened. We've been on the ground. and we are making sure that what must be done is done. Thank you.
Thank you so much. So that was the MC for Ayawaso Central. Thank you. Residents at Alajo are calling for immediate evacuation of refuse piled in front of their homes to prevent outbreaks of diseases. Reporting for GBC News, Benjamin Anyetei, Accra.